So fast is not necessarily the same as right. If you're fast, doesn't mean that you're right. And that's really the trap that we're in when we ask, are we okay? Today, cybersecurity experts, CISOs, that were pushed to answer quickly. And just like any other part of the business, we do things fast. We want to grow. We feel like the competition is breathing down our neck. And, we're going to lose before we win anything if we're not going to be as fast as the market expects us to be. Look at the age of AI today. Everything is done with AI. AI is making people, processes, and even technologies faster than ever. This fast pace is a machine fast pace. Is pushing us, the CISOs, in the cybersecurity realm to a place that fast is sometimes perceived as right. If you're fast, then you're right. Well, that's not the case. That's not always the case, and that should not be the case moving forward with any part of your business. And I'm talking as a business owner, but also as a CISO. Um, Being in the realm of cybersecurity means that you need to be responsible. And this responsibility needs to refuse to be rushed. In other ways, I'm not saying don't try to be fast in the addressing the question of are we okay of the business owner. Don't try to push them back and say, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take 2, 3, 4 weeks to answer that question for you because you become irrelevant. So you need to think that you need to be fast, but in order for you to be responsible, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be fast to be right. Okay? And I'm gonna give you an example. When we start a business, I started a few businesses in my life. When you start a business financially, you think I need to be fast because I need to grow fast. I need to grow fast early. I need to earn my position in the market. I need to hold my ground year after year. The first 2, 3, 5 years even of building a business is all about fast pace. Well, that's not the case for more mature, let's call it this way, businesses. Later on, year 5 to year 10, you learn to stop and think and be responsible because business building is all about taking the right risks in the right pace and the right appetite. And I will speak about risk appetite later on, but taking the right risks at risk appetite that we can allow ourselves or afford to have in order to grow a business, in order to get to where we want to get. But that's not necessarily the case always for a business. Okay, the risk is changing, the risk appetite is changing, and so real risks will actually slow you down. Um, the real risks will make you get an advice from somebody, hire a consultant, hire a subject matter expert to give you the right advice to manage your risk, to address your risks, the risks that you see for your business. And that part is what we call as the responsible or the responsibility of a CISO, the responsible CISO in the room, right? You want to be fast. You want to be fast pacing and running with your business and supporting and helping the business grow as fast as they want to grow. But in terms of cybersecurity, you need to be right before you're fast. And that's the main message here. You need to be right before you're fast. And for you to be right before you're fast, that means that you need to have the right data in front of you. You need to know how to put together the picture of a CISO in order to address those risks responsibly, whether the business is year 0 to 5 or year 5 to 50. Your role as a CISO, your role as a business support is to be first responsible, first to be right, then to be fast.